strategy, an electoral strategy on how to create an agenda to deal with that issue, or I can come up with a whole nother strategy about how to deal with that drug issue. So if you've got that strategy, I ain't gonna fight you on that. Go with that strategy. And then some other folks might be working the electoral strategy, and guess what? If we do it right, those two strategies will support each other, right? So I'm not gonna hate on you or try to tell you, oh no, you're wrong, you shouldn't be going down that road. I want you to go down that road. I tell people all the time, the Voting Rights Act, we ain't vote for the Voting Rights Act, right? We had the march, some people died, we had to do a whole bunch of stuff. So voting is not the only way to get to certain objectives. It can get to some, and there's some where you need some other strategies. And when folks are doing those other strategies, I support that. Like literally, not just like emotionally support that. Like we support groups that are doing, not just trying to vote to deal with criminal justice, but who are organizing cop watch programs to deal with police violence, right? So there are other ways to build power besides voting. If that's the route that you and your crew wants to go, I'm with that, right? Our end result is that we're trying to build power through a variety of mechanisms, or like Malcolm says, by any means necessary. So I support that. We ain't got, I ain't gonna try to, I feel the same things about voting that you do. So you feel the same way? The same frustrations that you're talking about, the same questions about because there are situations, you know it don't work because there are situations. I didn't say that it never works. There are situations where it does work. I've seen those situations. We've seen situations where we supported somebody who entered the cash bail system in Birmingham. We've seen situations where folks were able to change their school system or to get a community oversight board to deal with the police violence issue. So we've seen situations. We've seen communities that have. I'm sorry, what? None of those things have worked. No, I'm telling you, I've seen situations. I'm telling you what I've seen. I'm not saying we don't, right? I didn't say that it has solved everything. What I said was that there were situations where it did work. Brother, I can't have a debate with you that it's never. What I said was, in certain situations, in certain locations, it has solved some of those problems. It has to solve. We don't need to work in certain areas and certain situations. Well, no, but I'm trying to tell you, I'm not trying to argue that our liberation is coming from voting. So I need you to hear what I'm saying to you, right? I'm not disagreeing with you as much as you think I'm disagreeing with you. Because we know that there are situations where it either works, and sometimes it's about harm reduction. Sometimes it's about, well, we're not going to get to the liberation that we're looking for, but guess what? We can keep these babies from being separated from their families and keep these cops from shooting.
Here's my question for you. You talk about crime, you talk about drugs, all of it. What I would like from you is for you to talk, if you have a plan that's to help address that, if you do it, let us know, and we work it from both sides. But if your plan just stays your plan, then we can work together collectively to do it. So, because we're not, right now, we're not going to separate tomorrow. That's not getting ready to happen. But while you're pushing in that direction and he's pushing in this direction, if we both come up with a plan to end the violence, end the drugs in our community, end the people who are working every day and still staying below the poverty line, if we're still working in those separate directions, then we won't get anywhere. So if you have a plan, I would absolutely love for us to work that together. Absolutely, I'll get it. Because what you just stated is still separation. If I'm going to do my thing and you're going to do yours, we're still separated. We're not separate. It's something about the way I word things that makes you started right. I said if you're working on, if this is the plan, and you working on this plan, and I'm working on this plan, I said we'd be working the same plan together. No, that's not working the same plan together.
We're working towards the same. I got a question.
Black politicians are useless. They do not do what is needed and necessary for the black community. They got all of the talk, all of the rigmarole and the roundabout, and we ain't gonna separate tomorrow. That's the whole thing. They don't want to separate white people. They want to be included, man.
That's right.
And that's the problem. You're not gonna fix the black community trying to be included with white people. It's not gonna happen. You understand?
Right.
And you have to separate from them. That's the only solution. We've been voting forever. The brother just said himself that he don't even agree with voting. So why is he pushing voting for black votes matter?
Right.
Black votes matter, but the man said, huh?
Black voters.
What did it say? Black voters. Oh, black voters matter. I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. Black voters matter. When in actuality, black voters do not matter.
Right.
You understand? You don't matter to white people. Your vote don't matter to white people. It's never going to work. It's never going to solve the problem and the issues that we have in the black community. You understand? And until we wake the hell up and realize that and understand that, we're going to keep doing this thing for the next 1,000 damn years, talking about, oh, we need to come together, we need unity, we need to do this, we need to do that, when we will not do the one thing that we need to do, which is separate from the so-called white man and the other nations.